nose for the football?
Man, that's all I really know was ball skills growing up. So, I just kept that with me. And obviously when the ball's in the air, every time the ball's in the air, I think it's mine, so I got to go get it. That's my mindset every single time.
Were you a receiver at one point? Is that how you got that mindset?
Yes, sir. Growing up, high school days, Pop Warner, receiver and DB, played all around the field. So I think that receiver helped my ball skills out a lot, obviously growing up playing receiver.
So how did you end up being a DB over a receiver?
It just happened, when I got to college, I played DB, just fell in love with DB, defensive side a little bit more. The offense, you still making plays, having those touchdowns, but defense, I just fell in love with playing corner.
Sometimes that's the old cliche in football, they become a cornerback because they can't catch like a receiver.
Yes,
You're
sir.
kind of putting that one to bed.
Yeah, I try to put that to bed for sure. Obviously, playing receiver, I worked on my hands a lot, and obviously, as a DB, I want to have the best hands. And obviously, I take that a lot in, try to have best hands on the team for sure. I got to pick on the guys on the offensive side as well.
So when you're looking at film, do you kind of look for opportunities that you say maybe there'll be an opportunity when you see what a receiver's doing?
Oh, definitely. Number one thing on film is always watching how the receiver, runs his routes, gets the ball. Most of the time, the best receiver on the team, they're trying to get him the ball side. I find ways how they're getting him the ball, and then obviously you go from there. Obviously wait for the be quiet, and then wait for obviously the defensive call, and then play to my my technique, and then try to go make the play.
When you play a team like the Bears, you see you're playing receivers, quarterback you played just a few weeks ago. Does that change anything?
Definitely. Obviously playing the second game, they kind of, you know what they're doing on their offense. They know we're running on our defense, but there's going to be other game plans that's coming in. So you got to go into this game like it's number one game, like we're one and no mentality, like we never played them before.
One last question: the one-handed catch. You get a few calls and texts on that one?
I definitely did. Instagram was going crazy. Made a play, but obviously, going against Kirk, that was a fun time too. Obviously, being around him while he was here, and obviously got an interception that gets him felt really good. Yes, sir. Thank you.
After you got that pick, was there pressure considering the celebration that Cam and Josh had just hit?
There's definitely pressure because they obviously had the best celebration. Went crazy on the internet as well, but I wish I would have was a part of that. So the next one, I'm gonna try to get a part of their celebration.
Flo was talking to us yesterday about just like joy and how important that is to the defense. Where do you see that show up, and why do you think that's important to play with that sense?
Because I feel like you still got to go out there and have fun at the end of the day, with your guys, your brothers. You go hard at practice every single week, and then Sundays, you just got to have fun with it. Obviously, it's all serious. You got to get the dub and all those things, but you still got to have fun. And obviously, the celebration just shows what type of guys we have in our room that's, willing to celebrate like that and then show everyone what we do.
Are you aware of, like, the creativity and, like, the reputation y'all are garnering?
So I feel like I got to watch Cam Beasley because some days, in like Thursday, Fridays, he go in there. So I might go sneak in there and try to see what he's doing and try to go, pick up on a celebration. Yes, sir. Thank you.
He didn't always know if he should join in or not. Or sometimes he's a little lost in the celebration. How are you guys going to keep your coach a little more surprised?
We might actually take it to the sideline. I don't want to say too much yet. That's a little hint, but we might take it to the sideline so that way we can get more people involved and do some more stuff. Yeah.
But definitely know that it was something that they were going to be trying to gun for me, obviously, on the teams to come in there game plan. So just got to know how to handle it and continue to just get better and better and perfect the craft so you can try to get it again.
Part of that was what you did to Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears the last time. What did you learn from that? What do you expect Monday?
Yeah, I expect them to have the same game plan, still come out there with a lot of fire. Expect them to try to make a whole bunch of plays. I'm still going to go out there with the same mindset, just trying to make some plays.
They really want to run the ball, though, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to try to run that route, 100%. Yeah, they just, after watching them save them, it's out there. Atlanta did a really good job, obviously, running the ball, moving the ball a good bit, so I know that they're going to try to take some of those runs and try to add them in, so we'll be ready.
How does a team make sure that they don't overlook a team? You guys seem to be pretty good at it this year. Is that the maturity, or how's that happen?
Yeah, this is maturity, and honestly, just people understanding how to handle success. Understanding that everybody, a lot of these players on this team have probably been in the situation before where they've been on one of those teams that have a bad record, or they're in this point where they kind of know playoff hopes might be dead or something like that. So just make sure we give everybody the same respect as if they're the best team in the league, because anybody can get beat on any given play or any given Sunday. So we always gonna get that same respect and go out there with that same fire.
They took it to overtime, so they might have a little burn.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's a division game, and we all know that they're just not finna just lay down and let us do what we want, obviously. But it's on us to go in there and just try to impose our will and make sure that we, in any confidence or any type of hope early, and just play our style of ball, and we'll see. Hopefully, we get the right result.
Can you talk a little bit about when you guys make plays? You lead the league in NFL in turnovers. The camaraderie between you guys. I mean, just how
one more time. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Well, you guys, when you make a play, it seems that you guys are as happy. You're sometimes happier for the guy who made the play than if you made it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just in general. I think that's how you get, rewarded with your blessings in the life. I feel like you have to be celebrating everything the same way as you if it was you. And that way you continue to get the same blessings that everybody else has gotten in their time. So I think it's a time for everybody. We're all excited to make that play. We're all excited for everybody to make that play, and it doesn't dumb our job down. We just try to go harder that next play so that way we can be that person. So we're always gonna have the same mindset. Whoever makes that play, doing something good, we're always gonna cheer you on. And it's just kind of we feed off everything around here.
When you go 11-2, does the season seem to go a little bit faster than when you're not on such a good team?
You know, obviously winning always helps, and you know, your goal every week is to come home with that win, no matter how you get them. And to have 11 wins at this point in the season is big, and you know, it's December football now, so you know, the games elevate, and we got to continue to win games.
Chicago, obviously a close game down there, so you know they can play it close despite what the record is.
Yeah, you know, they got weapons all over the field. You know, their O-line plays well together, and it's something that we gotta come prepared. And obviously, it's a Monday night in the division, so you know, they're a great team. We know what they're capable of, and we gotta just rely on our fundamentals and techniques and prepare well.
You almost had one of those picks last week. You have another one in you yet this season?
You know, I'm not going to speculate on that. You know, the goal is to make plays in any way possible, and you know, Flo continues to put us in the right spot to be successful and to make those plays. And it's one that I want back and wish I would have made.
It is interesting how this team kind of everybody makes plays. You lead the league in turnovers, but it's not one guy; it's a bunch of guys.
Yeah, you know, in Flo, you know, he says every week he doesn't know who's going to make the play, but he's going to make it. And when your opportunity arises, you know, you gotta make the plays, and you just got to cause havoc. You got to punch at the ball, and you know, it's a consistent thing that we continue to talk about. And you know, when everybody's thinking about it, you know, it comes into fruition, and Flo and the defensive staff do a good job of emphasizing that.
Is there a little friendly competition in this locker room for those big plays?
Yeah, you know, we're all competing, and we all want to make that play. So it don't matter if you're talking to the D-line, you know, the back end or whoever it may be, you know. And it's a collective effort. You know, you gotta push the pocket, and you know, you gotta get good pass rush and have good coverage, and it goes hand in hand. And you know, a lot of plays have come on deflections or tip passes, or you know, guys being in the right place at the right time.
One last question. KOC said, you know, he kind of saw this coming in early spring practices, that if you guys stuck to it, you could be where you guys are at right now. Did you see it back then?
Yeah, you know, I've obviously been in Flores' system before, so I know what it's capable of, and he caused a lot of havoc, a lot of stress and anxiety to the offense and, you know, coordinators. So, you know, you're just trying to cause confusion and just force them into turnovers.
You guys know each other well. What challenges does that bring despite their record?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they, you know, with the new head coaching change, you know, you always see a little bit of momentum shift. We know that they're a plenty talented team. I mean, you guys have been talking about them since the whole offseason, the whole start of the season. Obviously, they're very talented at quarterback. We saw that last time we played them. And I mean, you know, people might want to start singing a few praises about the Minnesota Vikings. Well, this is a team that took us into overtime, and we definitely have to come fully prepared and hope that our crowd is with us. Our fans are there making some noise, and you know, with the extra bonus day, take that to obviously get our bodies right, but also to prepare a little bit more for getting the best punch they can throw.
I know that you want to stop the run. That's been a little bit of it the last couple of weeks. You've given up more yards maybe than you guys want to.
For sure, yeah. We, especially, you know, myself, defensive line, we have a standard that we want to try to uphold. Our entire defense knows that we thrive best when we can kind of make the games a little bit more one-dimensional and let some of these elite pass rushers go after that quarterback. So stopping the run game is going to be huge for us as we try to go as many games as they'll let us play. You know, thankful to have won a football game by a few scores and not have been sound in the run last week. So we hope that we can definitely tighten that up.
When you see a young quarterback and the fans at US Bank Stadium, I mean, can you kind of see that maybe they get a little confused out there, or the crowd has an impact on them?
Sorry, repeat your question. Yeah, can our fans help?
Yeah, I mean, how, especially on a young quarterback, can you get a sense that they're causing some havoc the fans are?
Yeah, I will emphasize, we got our white uniforms. It's a Monday night primetime game. I encourage all of our fans to be as noisy as you can for us. Make it hard on us defensively. But, yeah, it's definitely going to challenge them on offense. And, every time that we get a delay of game, a called timeout, a false start, any of those things are you impacting the game in our favor. So come out, show support, wide out, and go crazy.
And this team seems to have the maturity not to look at the other team's record and say, we have this one, and look ahead to what else could happen this season.
Yeah, that's definitely not the vibe in this locker room with these guys. I can definitely speak on defensively. Like we are prepared to play the Super Bowl champions right now, and that's kind of the approach we've taken every week, so that we feel like we get a lot of people's best shots, or they game plan a very specific game plan for us, and it's a tall drink of water, and we're thankful for that, and we have to stay 10 toes down, stay 100% locked in, and give it our best effort every single week. It's playoff football every week.
You have to really be happy with not only your role, but every time you seem to be called on, you bring a little energy to the team.
Absolutely. Just doing what I can do to the highest ability or to the highest level when my number is called. You know what I mean? So no matter how many plays, no matter how big or little my role is, I just want to go out and perform and help the team win.
Is that really one of your jobs, to bring a little energy, like a point guard off the bench or something, a guard off the bench?
Sixth man of the year. Sixth man of the year, whenever I come in, I want to be able to provide a spark or whatever it is, even if it's not a spark, just come in and play my role, and help the team get over that hump to the victory and keep stacking these weeks on top of each other.
Is it especially gratifying knowing, A, you're on a good team, but B, all you had to overcome to get back?
Absolutely. It just makes you appreciate it that much more, you know what I mean? Because I've been here, back here, and now I'm inching my way back here, you know what I mean? So I'm just blessed for the journey. I'm grateful for the journey. I'm still learning, still growing, but I'm happy I can do it here, you know what I mean?
The Bears game, you guys can't let up. I mean, sometimes it's natural to look at a team with not as good a record, a team you already beat. You can't let up, though.
Nah, you know what I mean? It's the NFL. So, we got to play every team with our best. We got to come with our best every week because they're coming with their best every week. So we know that they're going to try to knock us off. So we're trying to do the same thing. We just want to play ball.
One last question. What can you say about the offensive line?
They're playing great. Pass game, as you can see, Sam just had a phenomenal week. The run game excelled for the past, I think, like 7 weeks, so you know what I mean, and beyond. So they're playing off the wall. They're playing off the charts. None of this rolls without them, you know what I mean, from the passing game to the run game to this team. They're the nucleus of this team, and we appreciate it.
Is that all white going to make you a little faster?
We'll see.
We'll see. Make it look faster, right?
We'll see.
I mean, obviously, it's been exciting just to come in here and just kind of like a new beginning, a new start. But obviously, I understood that I had a job to do and I needed to do it at a high level. So just kind of wanted to prepare like what's the word I'm looking for? Just prepare and treat every day like it was game reps. Get real intensive reps and be real. Just be real intentional about what I was trying to get done.
How have you settled in outside of the facility? I'm sure most of it's been grinding here, but just life in Minnesota.
Life in Minnesota is cold this time of year, but I've been adjusting fine.
Appreciate you.
How long did it take you to feel that you were part of this team?
That I was a part of this team.
That you just okay. You got here and all of a sudden the wheels are, everything goes pretty quickly. The next thing you know, you're playing.
Obviously, it didn't take long. I couldn't allow for it to take too long. I kind of had to hit the ground running and kind of just be a sponge and kind of just soak up as much as I could, as fast as I could. So I really didn't even have time to think about any of that. I just kind of had to hit the ground running.
You got an ultimate compliment today from Kevin O'Connell when he said they hardly noticed the difference between you and Darisaw there.
I appreciate it.
But the transition's really gone smooth. I mean, a guy has to worry a little bit when you come to a new team, new system, new teammates.
The transition has been seamless. I just kind of got to thank the guys in the room and the coaching staff, the guys who just poured into me since I got here and just been making sure I'm prepared as best as I can be.
And on top of it, you're on a team here that has a chance to make a run at the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. It's I haven't had this feeling about a team, just success-wise, winning-wise, in a long time. So it's kind of brought the fun back to the game for me, and it's been great.